You off mute. And then just flip it whenever you're ready.
I think Nicole heard us. He said about time. Hey everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, John?
I'm doing great. We played golf this morning and now doing a live stream in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're basically not working today.
About as good a day of work as you can really get.
Yeah.
And even though it was a scramble, we shot 8 under par.
Yeah.
So,
we had a decent day.
not bad.
Could have been better.
For the first time me playing in 7 years.
You were dragging us down the whole time, so no, you did good. You had some amazing shots.
Yeah,
so.
1 or 2. I could still swing them. So this is our August live stream. We're going to do a few things. Number 1, we are going to draw last month's giveaway, which was the Hamilton Beach Commercial 8-quart stand mixer. Something a lot different than what we've done in the past. It's not necessarily meat-centric, but they are amazing, amazing mixers. Up there with the higher-end KitchenAid stuff. It's got all attachments, bells, whistles, tons of things you can do, 8 different speeds, yada, yada. So we're going to draw somebody wins that. Now, that was from people who went to waltonsinc.com/win last month and entered. We're also going to be giving away something today. I've already said it in the comments, but I will let you guys choose whether we do a jerky or a snack stick.
Your sound is struggling. We got comments saying that they can't hear you.
Patrick, try bumping me a little bit. And also gonna be giving away.
That's not bad. Yeah, go ahead.
So we'll let you guys decide whether it's going to be a jerky or a snack stick we make. And we're going to talk about this upcoming month's giveaway. So we're going to go back to our roots and we're going to give away a grinder, but it's going to be different, a little bit special of a grinder. Some of you probably already aware what it is, but I will build up some suspense over that.
A little heavier duty than the normal grinder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Austin was nice enough to get us this Boulevard 30-year anniversary barrel-aged blend. I'll let you talk about this.
Honestly,
Since you paid for it.
I was just going through the liquor store because I needed to buy a 6-pack on my way over for the live stream, and it was just sitting there like right next to the register, and I'm like, oh, I can't really pass that up. It's like 8 different beers and barrels that are all blended together. There's an Imperial Stout in rye whiskey finished port casks, Imperial Stout in bourbon barrels, Belgian style dark ale in ruby and tawny port casks, Belgian style dark ale again, double mashed Imperial ale, Imperial Stout again, another Imperial Stout. All these different mixtures, but basically for the 30th anniversary of Boulevard, which if you're not from Kansas-ish area, Boulevard is one of the biggest breweries in this area. They're out of Kansas City, but they're a great brewery, but this is amazing. It was only like 16 bucks. I say only, which is expensive, but at the same time, like I sometimes expect some of these like fancy ones to be like $30 a bottle.
Especially, it's not even just that it's fancy, it's like very specialty. It's got
Yeah.
8 different, I mean, that usually you expect to pay more for. Plus, it's 12.5%, so.
Yeah, it's very good though. It doesn't have as much of that normal like barrel taste to me anyways. It's there, but it's not overwhelming. It's almost kind of fruity. You don't get that. Some high percentage beers, you get like a heavy burn still with it, but I think it's a smooth drinker.
No, it's
good.
Fairly smooth. Boulevard, best beer, Tank 7, I would say. So you can drink a lot of those.
Yeah, Tank 7 is very good.
7.5%. And then we also have some brisket going here. So yesterday I called Austin at about noon. Said, hey, what would you think if I ran in, threw a brisket in the smoker, then sous vide it overnight, and then we ate it today during the live stream. So last night at about 9 o'clock, 8:30, when I was just laying down, getting ready to sleep, I went, shoot, guess what I forgot to do? So I had to wake up, come in here, take it out of the smoker, put it in the sous vide cooker. But what we were doing is we had recently tried rubbing a brisket with salt and vinegar wing shake. I don't think we've actually released that video. We probably were supposed to today, but I was out golfing. So you'll see the results from that soon. We wanted to see what would happen if, instead of just rubbing it on the outside, if I put some of that in water and injected it in, so if we got it on the outside and the inside. The last few briskets I've made have all been excellent. I don't know how to say that without being like
without bragging too much.
Conceited, but they've all been excellent. And part of that has been I've smoked them for 7-8 hours, and then I've sous vide them for a long time. I think we learned an important lesson with this one, though. There's a point of diminishing returns with sous vide.
Yeah.
I think what happened here is, other than some of this fat in between the flat and the point, it melted all the fat off. I mean, there's very little fat left on this brisket.
There was no connective tissue to hold it
just
to the protein.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just fell apart. And there was a ton of water in the bag after the sous vide. Now, some of that's purge from what I injected in just regular purge of meat, but a lot of that was the fat.
Before we keep going, there's a lot of people still saying you're muffled. Patrick, can we bump the sound on John?
I'll switch microphones. See if that works better.
We can barely hear you. With like no bass. Here, here's this one.
John does kind of have a high-pitched, whiny voice anyways, right? Does he need bass to his voice?
Everything's going normal. So, like, are we on the right thing over here? We're supposed to be on stereo mix.
So bear
Yeah,
with
if
us
they
a
can
second,
hear Austin.
everybody.
Yeah.
He sounds
We're flipping microphones for John.
Sorry about that, guys. Somebody out there comment if I sound okay now.
Better, you sound good.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Must have been something wrong with that lapel mic or something. I wonder if we should just use the podcast ones for this.
We could.
Yeah, we'll worry about that next time. So anyways, what I was saying, I think the majority of fat that was on the fat cap was gone when I went to take it out of the bag. I noticed it, right away. What I like to do is let a brisket sit for, I'd like 12 hours, but I only got got 6 today before slicing into it and then reheating it and serving it. I just find that's the best way. But yeah, there was like no fat cap. So we're gonna have to do some more testing on brisket to see what that sweet spot is and how we went over it. I'm sorry.
Kind of like our
Didn't mean to do that,
our
but
steak video where we did like 2, 4, 6, 8, and 24
we're gonna have
hours.
to cook a few more briskets.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing,
That
and
sucks.
I don't know that I want to do that, but I'll suffer through it and I'll eat
We're gonna have to.
like 6, 7, 8 briskets just for the sake of science. For science.
Excellent. So this was part of our recipe for disaster video where we just take something weird. Brisket and salt and vinegar wing shake are not two things that you would normally think of as going together. So if anyone has any ideas on what we should try next, we've just got done doing an absolutely crazy one. I'll let Patrick and London talk on that once they're settled over there. But
You still don't sound that good.
the one we just did, neither do you, Patrick. You don't sound good either.
Well, my mic's on.
But we did a crazy one that actually turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I was not even looking forward to taking a bite into it, and it was your brother who came up with it, or says that he does it.
Wait,
It's disgusting.
I was not listening, obviously.
Oh,
What does he?
We're talking about something nasty for Recipe for Disaster that we did of his,
Okay,
but actually turned out pretty good.
cool.
So, all right.
John, could you try putting the lapel in a different spot on your shirt, please?
So I like Richard's comment. He's asking, John, why is your hat orange? And while he's messing with his mic and he can't respond,
I thought I had the
I'm
blue.
Are you on A or B?
Is it at your desk?
I'm on A. No, it's not. I thought I grabbed it before I came back here.
We're getting mixed stuff on whether people can hear you or not hear you.
They can
so.
hear you. It's just Austin sounds so much better.
I mean, I sound better. I look better. I'm just better all around.
We'll try to troubleshoot it as we keep going.
All right. Now it's up higher. I don't know.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps a little bit.
We'll find out in 20 seconds when my delay clears.
So Robert is asking what we shot for golf today. Just sidetrack while we're still doing stuff before we get to the drawing here. John and I went with 2 other guys here in the office, Chris, who is our IT manager, and Darren, who's our customer service manager. And we went to play in a golf tournament for a local high school here, fundraiser for them. And we shot like 8 under par. Honestly, it 8 under sounds good. We didn't do bad, but the winners were like 17 under.
Yeah.
So we were a little ways away. We didn't embarrass ourselves at all. We did good, but I feel like we hit a couple strokes different. We could have been like 12 under.
Yes.
Because there was they will sell you mulligans like for a fundraiser, so you get like 2 apiece. So we bought all of them. So we had 8 mulligans.
But we finished with one still in the bag.
Yeah,
we didn't use them all.
Yeah, we finished with them in the bag,
And
but
they
we
only helped us one time.
we used 3 on one hole for like an 8-foot putt.
Couldn't hit it.
And 7 putts, we couldn't make it. It was a dead straight putt. It was horrible.
Okay,
But
everyone's saying the sound is better now. Cool. Trader John from Jim Bay, is that like Trader Joe's only better?
Brandon's asking if we have to be in the live stream to win the grinder. We do not.
No, because the grinder is going to be the monthly giveaway. So that you can go to waltonsinc.com/win. You can enter that for the entire month, and we will draw the winner for that at the end of this month, beginning of next month. What you'll have to be here to win is we're going to be giving away either some jerky or some snack sticks that we're going to make here pretty soon. So you'll win that and a bag of whatever seasoning you want, as long as it does 25 pounds. So don't try to win a 100-pound bag.
Donald, I don't think we want you on our team. If you're going to help us get an 8 over, John was helping us get a 4 over.
I was perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. We've already gotten that taken care of. All right.
I just heard his cough from 20 seconds ago.
Sorry.
Is that how far back we are?
I'm really trying not to cough, but I got like a massive tickle in my throat right now.
All right. So what does everybody want to do? I want to see in the comments, what do you want? Do you want snack sticks or do you want jerky? The jerky, I will make it the tender jerky with the extra brown sugar. So it's shelf stable, but it also has some nice give to it and flex. And then we can talk about seasoning, but either snack sticks or jerky. So let us know. And to register for that, at waltonsinc.com/live, there's a little thing over to the side. You can enter to win, and we will draw the winners from that. Good. 2 jerkies. 3. Yep. Awesome. So Brandon, yep, you'd win the jerky plus some seasoning.
Yeah, jerky is the heavy favorite right now. There's a couple snack sticks, but it's jerky,
They're
jerky,
gone.
jerky,
Nope.
jerky, 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 jerky.
Okay. So
Which is weird to me because, to be honest, I think jerky is a lot easier to make at home than like snack sticks. Are you sending product? I guess I missed that.
yes.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So if it was me, I would ask for snack sticks because snack sticks are harder to make from home than jerky. But jerky is like the big thing out there, the big meat snack like everybody likes. You walk into the gas station and there's 30 different kinds to buy. But
I feel like snack sticks are hot on its heels now. I mean, they're everywhere. It's like the most views on YouTube. It's the most viewed one on Meatgistics.
yeah, because it's harder to make. I mean,
You think?
It's not that hard to make an okay-ish jerky. To just make an okay-ish jerky is not hard. To make really good jerky, yes, it is a little more difficult, but to make an okay-ish snack stick still takes a lot of know-how.
Yeah, that's probably true. Huh. Okay. And then for anyone who doesn't listen to our podcast, Austin and I started a podcast a couple of months ago. We've been playing with the format. We've had a couple of really good guests on here recently. The one that just went live today was with Kurt Ratzliff from the local Kansas BHA. BHA is Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. They're an awesome organization. You should definitely check them out. They do a lot of volunteer work on like cleaning up public areas. They'll go in and work with the Department of Wildlife and rip out like miles of barbed wire fence. They'll make fire cuts, windbreaks. No, that's not the name. Fire breaks. Yeah, fire breaks.
Yeah, fire breaks.
Fire breaks. God. So check them out and check out our podcast. We had a really good conversation about the Great American Outdoors Act and a little bit lesser known part of it called the Land and Water Conservation Fund. Talked about why it was a good thing, if it was a good thing. But yeah, really nice conversation. And then we just, this past week, which will be out next Monday, we had a couple of guys from the National Wild Turkey Federation on, and we had a blast.
I wasn't there. So.
We had a blast. We were talking hunting stories from Alaska, including some bear stories.
Yeah, John just decided to bring in like a great set of guests and just leave me out of things.
So we're sitting here and I'm talking, and we had to break for something, and he mentions bears, and then like so we break. And Patrick's like, yeah, no, did you see his face when you said bears? He's like, you're going back to that. And I was just like, oh, great stories, absolutely phenomenal Alaskan.
I feel like I am part of the audience on this one because I haven't listened to that one yet. You guys just did that on Friday, and I'm waiting to listen to it. Normally, I'm like in the episode, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was a good one. I remember what we did, and it was good. I am dying to listen to that episode.
Well, you also need to listen to that to find out how I signed us up with the National Wild Turkey Federation and what Walton's is committed to now.
Sign us up as a national sponsor and just spend six figures?
They said I could go to their yearly big thing in Nashville. They said they'd get me a great hotel room, so...
You better be careful because your last name isn't Walton, and I don't even have the ultimate authority there. Like my so dad, Brett, who's our CEO, there's times where he cuts me out of things. So if you think you're getting in first, you gotta wait for Brett to say I'm in or out, and then you and I get a chance to get in there.
Daniel Wyman says, made some snack sticks with Mandarin teriyaki blend. Everyone wants to buy them now, even though there was a little moisture in them. Already bought the carrot binder. Okay, so a snack stick is a semi-dried sausage. Carrot binder is awesome in fresh sausage. So bratwurst, breakfast sausage, Italian sausage. But when you're making a semi-dried sausage like a snack stick or a summer sausage, Sure-Gel is by far the better choice there. I recently did some snack sticks that had extra water and carrot fiber. They took forever to cook, and I did not like the texture of them. That's because carrot fiber doesn't actually aid in protein extraction. So protein extraction is what keeps the meat all sticky and binds together through a slow cooking process like you want to do in a cured sausage. It's not the same thing with carrot fiber. Carrot fiber just holds up to 26 times its weight in water. So it's holding the moisture in the sausage, but it's not holding the meat together any better. So over really long cooks, what you'll end up with is still some moisture in there, but the texture will be off. It'll be like a little soggy. It might even look a little bit grainy on the inside. So yeah, I would highly recommend you use either Sure-Gel or even the soy protein blend. Both of those are better choices for your cured sausage. Now, plenty of people still use the carrot fiber with cured sausage, but I really do think you'll get a better result if you use Sure-Gel.
If you use the carrot fiber, my biggest thing would be in like a cured sausage, semi-dry sausage, is make sure you get a lot of protein extraction.
Yeah.
Because if you get enough protein extraction, you don't necessarily need the extra protein from the Sure-Gel or the soy protein blend. It helps a ton with the soy protein blend or the Sure-Gel on the protein extraction because you're adding protein. But if you know you have a mixer that's adequately mixing and extracting protein, it's just hard like when you're doing it at home because, to be honest, a lot of the mixers that you're going to use at home don't have the same action or capability as a commercial large 200, 300, 400, 500 pound plus mixer does. But because I know some commercial guys that use the carrot fiber in cured sausage, but they're also using a mixer that is
planetary.
It is really working the meat in the right method for a short period of time, but doing it efficiently enough that it's not as big of a deal. But at home, I stick usually with the Sure-Gel. I like the Sure-Gel.
Because even if you do get great protein extraction around it, the Sure-Gel's holding on to water as you're trying to cook some of it out. So it's like, it's working against yourself there. Sorry, I just saw that and wanted to talk about it. So BHA is on the Meat Eater podcast frequently. They're awesome. They are. This is the BHA Kansas chapter, but I have listened to the national BHA podcast as well. And I mean, they're a great organization. They're an absolutely great organization. We do some events for them here at Walton's. They've done a couple of film nights. They've done...
Before COVID hit.
Before COVID hit and everything went crazy. Yeah, absolutely awesome. I really do encourage you guys to go check them out. And if you haven't listened to it yet, a couple of months ago, we had Mike Christensen on from Pass It On Outdoor Mentors. They are another absolutely top-notch organization. They take underprivileged kids out in the field and give them a chance to do some hunting. I mean, these are kids who, in all likelihood, would never have that chance under their current circumstances. So think about it. It is giving those kids a positive interaction with the outdoors. It's also, and I think this is more and more important, it's giving them a positive interaction with a firearm, right? So they're not seeing them in their neighborhoods where it's scary things that, they're having a positive interaction.
Usually we're taking, in Outdoor Mentors, taking kids like from inner city-ish, like in the city, people that
super rural. I mean, there's that too.
There is a lot of it is like kids that just never have the chance to hunt, fish, whatever. There's kids that go out and they're like, what is that thing over on the side of the road? And it's a cow, and they've never seen a cow before. But
that's not the super rural kids. They know what a cow is.
Oh, the rural kids, hopefully, But you get kids that normally all they hear is things on the news about guns. They see video games and different things like that, and then they get out and they see, oh, I can harvest an animal with this, and this provides for my livelihood. It's really kind of cool. There was one story Mike told that I think both of us kind of wanted to cry a little bit on.
He started to tell a second story. I go, listen, if it's anything like that first one, you can't tell it, because I was getting teared up.
Yeah. So if you want to hear more about Outdoor Mentors, look up our podcast, look up Meatgistics on anywhere podcasts are found, Apple, Google, Spotify, etc. Our podcast, I think, is really good. But the Outdoor Mentors one was interesting. It was good.
And we're finding what works, what doesn't work. And Candace Kleist, hi Candace, says, all right guys, hubby wants a new smoker. We're all smoking, but right now he has a tiny tabletop one. Can you recommend something? I've got until October to get it for our anniversary.
Smoker or a grill / smoker?
The number one thing is price point. Because if price is no option, the PK 100, it's our vertical smoker that we use on almost everything. We love it. Tons of information on Meatgistics. We've got a bunch of people who have them, so if anyone needs help, everybody pitches in and tries to help each other out. But I mean, they're $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 now. That keeps going up.
Years ago, they were $13.
Yeah,
they just price of materials keeps going up.
So then you have to, beyond that, if you don't want to do that, do you want some sort of combo smoker? Green Mountain sells them, Traeger, there are all sorts of pellet combo smoker grills. Those are awesome because they give you a lot of versatility. You can sear a steak on the same thing that you could smoke jerky or do snack sticks in. Price points usually, meh, depending on what you get. It could be between $4.99 and $1,600. So the advantage of that though is, I mean, you can cook a steak or you could smoke something. I mean, you're not doing that in your PK 100. The thing tops out, I think, at 225-ish degrees.
The PK?
Yeah.
250.
250. So, I mean, just more versatility, but no matter how good you get making snack sticks on your pellet combo smoker, it'll never be as good as what you make in the PK. So, just what he wants to do.
I want to jump back a little bit in the comments to John Belvedere. He said the biggest pain in the butt when making sausage or snack sticks is cleaning my grinder plates. I use the small wire brushes, but it takes so much time. How do you clean your grinder plates? I mean, my first suggestion is as soon as you're done, don't let them sit there in the grinder while you're stuffing and getting ready. As soon as you're done with it, take it out, put it in a bowl, put it in your sink, fill it with hot water, let that hot water sit there and break down some of that fat in there. Then turn your sink as hot as it goes. And I just got very pale. Uh-oh.
I noticed Austin was looking a little too tan over there, so I decided to turn the lights on. Sorry, go ahead.
So if you set your sink as hot as it goes, let it get really warm, pull the sprayer out, and just blast it on that grinder plate.
With cold water.
Cold?
Yeah, if you do hot water, it'll like harden up the proteins, or at least that's what I've found. Cold water works better than hot water.
I was going to say hot water.
No, do cold.
Maybe we need to do a test. I don't know.
Ooh, that actually sounds like a good idea.
Because I was going to
So
say
you take a
hot water.
1/8 plate, do a second grind through 2.
Because if you just do cold, some of that fat is not going to come out.
No, I'm sorry. We're talking about blasting it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cold water's better, then soak it in hot.
And then soak it in hot. So start cold, then go hot to get cold to basically get the protein and
Push it
chunks
out.
out, and then hot to get rid of the fat.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I've always done.
You could also use like Nutrasol.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
spelled
you
like
definitely should.
Neutrasol.
Yeah.
It's basically a degreaser that is
Just
meant
look up
to be
cleaner
used.
on waltonzinc.com.
Yeah, look up cleaner on waltonzinc.com. It comes in gallons. Unfortunately, we don't sell it in anything smaller, but it's basically a really, 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 really heavy-duty soap with a lot of degreaser properties to it, and it
just
destroys.
like one squirt with a tub full, well, not a tub, a sink full of water.
Yeah.
It'll take care of anything. So there are a ton of good questions today. Ryan Jones wants, do you have Argentinian BBQ Marinade in stock yet?
I did look that up,
not
and
here.
we don't. I did not look up because that requires me like remoting into my desktop and pulling up the accounting system and seeing where it's at. But I can pull up through another method.
I'm
it
sure
is not here yet.
it'll be here
It's
shortly.
supposed to be here, I think, in the next few days, but I don't remember. But it's coming soon.
He's so lucky I sent that to him. I did not want to,
We only got one. I asked
which means
Excalibur,
I should have gotten it.
put on the PO, we want 2 samples of the Argentinian barbecue marinade, whatever, and they sent us 1. And I was like, fine, whatever, just go on with it. But
He didn't care about my feelings and sent it to
the
a customer.
idea was the guy that asked us for it from Excalibur, we were going to send him one, let him try it, Ryan, and then we were going to try one here, and we only got 1, so we cut ourselves out of that and let Ryan try it. But he was talking it up big time. It sounds amazing. I'm excited to try it. So when we get it in, we'll have to make something and see how it goes. But
We'll make something, whether you get to try it or not.
why don't I get to try it?
So Clayton Dewberry says, speaking of carrot fiber, I made chicken sausage, tomato basil with carrot fiber with some water. I noticed that the sausage leaked in the 4 packs I made of them. Did I do something wrong? Clayton, my biggest question there would be, what type of chicken did you use? Were you using straight chicken breast? Did you add any cold phosphate to it? Did you add any pork fat? And you have to remember, when you're using chicken breast, it's usually been pumped within an inch of its life at the store. So no matter what, you're going to get some purge. I know it's more expensive, but if you look for something that's usually pumped up to like about 5%, you're going to have a lot better luck with that, or chicken thighs usually aren't pumped as much either. I can't quite tell if you used them, or if you're saying they leaked, like were they cooked and then frozen, put in something, or did they get frozen and put in a vacuum package before they were cooked? So let us know that. Nick Hall says, I got a bag of Super Bind, but I have no idea what to use it in or how. Any tips? So Super Bind's a carrot, or a combination of carrot fiber and potato starch. So you get the water holding capacity of the carrot fiber, plus potato starch forms a gel at right around like 130 degrees, which is when meat really starts to expel all of its water content when it's cooking. So it's perfect. It gives you, the best of both those worlds. You can use it in cured sausage. I've used it to great effect in summer sausage in the past. I've never used it with snack sticks. The one thing I will say is that potato starch, it's going to form like a gel. So if you have large voids in your sausage, that's going to fill up with this gel, and that's not necessarily the most appetizing thing. So just make sure that you're packing your stuffer correctly, leaving as little air pockets as possible, and just really filling that sausage casing when you're stuffing them.
I really like JB Outdoors GA, his comment.
I saw the breakfast.
Yeah, so he's saying, guys, looking for a good maple breakfast sausage blend, which we have, but some heat on the back end. Any suggestions? Anytime you want heat on something, just throw red pepper flakes in it. If you want more heat, throw ground red pepper. Crushed red pepper gives you some heat, but a lot of it is for the appearance. Mm-hmm. It lets you see that it's hot. Throw in like fine ground red pepper, and it will get hot.
But just your favorite hot breakfast sausage seasoning?
Favorite hot one? I'd
Don't
kinda,
look.
I was gonna
No
look.
looking.
'Cause the best one that is not necessarily really hot, it's supposed to be hot,
spice, yeah.
is the H110C.
Yeah. Yeah, I would start with the H110C and add some ground red pepper.
Are we supposed to just eat this, or are we waiting for something?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna keep eating.
So, is it different than the last one?
Maybe a little more flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely pick it up more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the H110C, what's the Dixie? Dixie.
Am I allowed to look it up now?
Yeah, now you can look up because I can't think of it. There's also a Dixie one, or not Dixie.
Chicks?
Definitely not.
Oh.
Go to yourself for that.
Are you mic'd
You
up
want
now?
to say the Dixie Chicks
I
again?
think I'm mic'd up.
There you go.
No, sorry, they're just called the Chicks now. So.
All right, no. Go back to you guys and talk about the recent recipe for disaster we did.
Okay.
Don't give your thoughts on it. Just say what it was we did.
Well, I want to definitely make sure that my audio sounds good because I haven't even tested myself yet. Okay, so.
Does Patrick sound okay, guys?
I think so. Well, hold on. I think I'm just low on my phone. Okay, well, we did peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog. Is that the one you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I just said don't tell them how it was.
I thought, I'm sorry. Dude,
okay.
I'm doing a million things.
I understand, Patrick.
My headphones are on a 20-second delay.
I see you running around there.
Respond. His audio is awful. It was sucky. So whatever.
All right, good. So you sound good.
So, cool. What was I going to say about it then?
I don't know.
Can I have an opinion? Hey, we're doing peanut butter jelly on a hot dog.
I
Stay
thought about
tuned. We'll see how you guys like it after the break. Back to you, John. You could tell it's a Monday for us, I think.
All right, just finished 250 pounds of breakfast sausage. Used 75% 1504 and 25% Holly regular. Added 3 tablespoons crushed red pepper, 3 tablespoons of sage, 1 tablespoon of phosphate. Best breakfast sausage ever, and that's from Chef Raul. That sounds awesome. Absolutely awesome. How did you come up with the 75-25? There's somebody else who does that.
Wait, was it a blend of the two?
Yeah, he blended the two together.
He didn't just do 75% this or 25% this, but he made a blend of it.
That's a good question.
Curious about.
Another thing to use to clean grinder plates is run a loaf of bread at the end.
Someone else said ice cubes as well. Both of those would be interesting. That would probably
we
work
can do that for
fairly
sure.
well. Yeah.
We actually had people were talking about putting not a loaf, but a couple of pieces of bread into a stuffer to push out the rest of that stuff in through a stuffing tube, and that worked really well. We didn't think it would, but yeah, I can see how that would work in a grinder. I can see how that could work. I don't know why ice cubes makes me more nervous though.
Nervous?
I don't know why.
It's cold. I mean, it's hard, but it's a lot softer than steel, but it's cold. So ice cubes would be fine.
Yeah, maybe I'm still thinking of like the dry ice when we were talking about doing that.
That's a different animal. That's really cold.
Yes.
So Candace, she responded saying, she was talking about the smoker for her husband. She said, price is not a matter for him, so I'll spend anything. So if you want a smoker, I mean, if it's smoker only, don't want to grill with it, smoker. Just a dedicated vertical smoker, get the PK100. For that price point, you can't beat it as a smoker only.
Yeah, it's got great thick insulation so it can hold its temperature no problem. We've said it a bunch of times. It puts a comparable amount of smoke to the huge commercial smokers from the PK. I mean, it does a great job, as do the huge commercial ones.
We sell commercial ones, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she
yeah.
said price wasn't an option, guys. Here
Okay.
Here is
all right,
your
so
chance
we
to
have
get one going.
HVEs that
we have a $75,000 one
also have
that is amazing.
and if that's just a little outside, we have like a $64,000 one. She might like that.
Yeah.
It's not quite as bad as
Well,
the
let's
we have some
splurge,
$40,000 ones too. Like
We've got a price point for you, Candace. And then Todd Seymour says, hi from Florida. What seasoning for alligator snack sticks? I'm going to be real boring here and say probably Willie's. Every other protein I've used that I've tried Willie's on, it's been absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, the saying it tastes
well, the
like,
point of that would be to taste the alligator, right? You'd hate to put something on there that it just overpowers it.
Sure. Yeah, I guess so.
I
You
mean,
know that you're
Well, I
eating
would know what
alligator.
alligator tastes like, but
Right.
like, I
You've
mean,
never had alligator tail?
no.
oh, it tastes like chicken.
Does it?
Pretty much.
I don't know, but
No, it's-
everything that's not
It's just a
beef tastes like
different
chicken, right?
It's just a different texture. It's like tastes like chicken with like a lobster tail texture, kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Because like
But yeah, no, I think Willie's would work really well.
Marry
And then
it
if
with,
you
like,
wanted to do
something like a Cajun,
Cajun,
or
yep, to be more like
yeah.
authentic, I guess.
Yeah, but then at that point, it's just like they're just eating
Mm-hmm.
Cajun kind of snack sticks.
I would say don't add cheese, right?
Ooh, why would you not add
I
cheese?
don't know.
That's what I'm
Sounds
saying.
like
Like
you
how
wouldn't want
authentic? Like what do you want to taste? Because we could take any protein, add cheese, and a spicy seasoning to it, and that's really all you're getting.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So
No, there's still a texture difference. Like even between beef and pork, if you add a lot of spice, a lot of cheese, a lot of encapsulated citric acid, you can still taste the difference between beef and pork because of the texture, because texture is a part of the taste. So it may not be as noticeable. You may not have a strong alligator flavor to it,
Yeah.
but you're gonna get it just because of the texture.
well, let me ask you this: does alligator need help in the fat department?
Probably.
I would assume so.
I would
I
imagine,
assume
yes.
that there's not a lot of fat in there.
Yep. I would say yes. I'd say you'd want to at least think about adding some pork fat, and if you didn't do that, you'd want to add some cold phosphate, which is going to increase the pH of your meat, and that'll help it hold more moisture. But don't add too much of it because A, too much will make it taste like soap, and B, the higher your pH is, the shorter your shelf life is. So
Sorry, what's going to taste like soap?
if you add too much cold phosphate,
Oh,
to a
cold
product,
phosphate.
it's going to taste like soap.
I thought you were talking about fat for a second. I go, I don't know if you've had a lot of fatty foods, but
Well, they make soap out of fat.
oh,
Yep.
and I stand corrected.
I have no
Get
idea
your-
if those two things
Get your well blubber
like-
soap going on.
like
over there.
cross at all, but all right. I want to draw a winner for last month's giveaway.
Okay.
Okay.
So while John's pulling this up, I'm gonna talk a little bit. There's been a couple comments about grinders. I don't know if we spilled the beans entirely on this or not.
For the most part, I
For the
don't know if
most
it's
part?
out yet.
Okay. But we are getting new grinders here. We had grinders built like to our custom spec. We worked with the manufacturer. They kind of had a baseline and we're like, no, do this, do that, do this, do that. And we have those in production right now. So I'm really excited. I think John is too. We're finally going to have something with our name on it that's a grinder. We've had sausage stuffers for a long time, but the grinders are coming out. They'll be here in a few months, hopefully middle of November.
In that range.
Yeah. But
And the one thing
if
that-
anyone is in the market for a grinder, stay tuned because we have big updates still to come.
And there were a couple things we asked them to change specifically on both the auger, which I think is going to make a difference, but the worm, which is what your plates sit on.
The gearing and the ratio there.
But
it's-
specifically being able to use the really high quality plates and knives, like make them fit.
'Cause we
they
know-
don't on all the Westons.
Through our testing, that was one of the biggest differences.
Yep.
We put in a very nice set of plates and knives, and it worked 10 times better. It's insane.
least,
your
yeah.
your plate and knife makes so much of a difference. But to make the grinder fit like the standard whatever comes with it, grinder plate and knife, because some people don't want to buy something else, but then also use the high-end grinder plate and knife along with some of the other changes in the gearing that we changed. It's going to be a hell of a grinder.
You have to keep talking, he's changing my batteries.
Oh.
Then I'll change off.
Ooh, I get my batteries changed too? So going back to Gator, because we got several Gator comments, a lot of people saying that it's really good. Someone had Turtle. Turtle is, I don't know,
White Shroot?
weird to me. Oh, hold on, scrolling. John M. Never had Gator. Oh, never had Turtle. Sorry, thought it said he had Turtle.
No,
Yeah.
somebody said it tasted like turtle. Or like very similar to turtle.
Okay, did it just go up further in the comments there?
Am I good, Patrick?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a winner. This person doesn't need to be here, so it's just whoever entered at waltonsinc.com/win through the last 30 days. This person is from Minnesota, and it is Stephanie Shipley. Stephanie Shipley won the HBC 8-quart stand mixer, and for some reason I can't copy. I don't know how to use this thing. You gave me some sort of weird non-laptop.
It's a tablet, John.
It frightens me. So Stephanie, we will reach out to you through email, and if that person doesn't respond in a certain number of days, we will go ahead and draw that again. Feels like it's been a while, but I think it's just been literally 1 month where someone did claim the winner and we don't have something to give away on the following live stream. It had been like 4 or 5 months in a row there.
It
where
was-
whoever
yeah, it's
won
stupid.
never responded. Don't sign up. Just if you don't check that email, don't sign up, because it makes my life a lot harder.
John prefers to give more things away.
I do.
And when people don't respond, it gets on his nerves. He literally gets angry and grumpy about it. You don't
It's
want to
just-
be around the office when it's coming up to like the final day on like them not responding.
Why
and
hasn't
John's
this
like,
person
they
responded?
didn't respond again.
So J. Michael Kaminsky says, I loved London's egg pie. So for anyone who didn't see, we had London do a quiche in that 8-quart stand-up mixer, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, that was top notch. You weren't here for that.
I know, but I started watching the video actually last night with my son. He was squirming around, and he loves watching TV when he wants to do other things. So
Okay.
put him in front of the TV when you want him to chill down for a little bit. And we got partially through, but I like that someone called it egg pie. I feel like that is more in line with like me, with our customers. I know what quiche is. I love quiche, but I like egg pie better. So.
Okay. A while
Egg
ago,
pie.
someone said, can you use wet spice like Tabasco sauce? I'm pretty sure that's in response to when we were talking about adding heat to a sausage. I don't know about Tabasco sauce, but like Frank's has a bunch of vinegar in it. Vinegar is going to denature the proteins. So it's depending on if you're okay with the texture being more like chorizo. If you're wanting it to be more sausage informed, then no, you can't use something like that. You have.
Frank's just came out with a new sauce. It's breaking news.
Okay, what is it?
It's now a dipping sauce, so it's just thicker.
So it's thicker?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they just added some kind of mayo-based or
Yep.
ranch or something like that. But back to you guys.
That was the best break-in you've ever had.
I like that.
Very interested in that.
If there's a hot sauce mixed with mayo or
Yeah.
ranch, I'm in.
I assume, like, because it's got that like fry sauce color to it,
Ooh,
and if it's
yeah.
Frank's, then it's like it's got to have something to cool it down a little bit, make it thicker. So, one would assume.
I'm just typing in for John Van Norman that we will type in any winners.
So Chef Raul is asking what horsepower.
First of all, hold on. Chef, that turkey, wild turkey rice soup was awesome. We ate it with the National Wild Turkey Federation guys, and they loved it. Absolutely delicious. Sorry.
John? Did you forget who your boss is? You didn't
You
share?
were gone. You were gone.
We have a fridge right there. That's okay.
Awkward.
Whoopsies.
No, it's
All right,
fine.
sorry, go ahead with the horsepower.
So the horsepower. I could get into a very long tangent here. I'm going to keep it to a minimum.
You cracked the knuckles before this thing started.
Yeah.
He's
You got to
into it,
crack them
man.
because
Crunch,
this,
crunch.
this is going to get
attention,
tense. No, horsepower is not everything. You look at horsepower on some of the manufacturers out there and what they list on the horsepower, it doesn't mean a lot. That's what they advertise on because that's the gimmick. Everyone wants a higher horsepower this or that. It's not just grinders. I mean, you look, it could be a car. It could be anything.
Car matters. Let's be honest.
Nah.
Let's be honest.
No, even on a car, it's the gearing system. How is a car geared? If you have two gears in a car,
that plays a part into it, but
Yeah. but
how much power it has is the horsepower.
Yeah, to an extent.
Speaking of, I can show you a 3/4 horsepower grinder that will outperform most 1.5.
I'd say that would
horsepower
outperform
grinders.
most 2 horsepower ones.
Oh, I think that's maybe a little.
So this is a good example
I've seen
of
'em.
why you don't trust horsepower.
Well, it's not don't trust. It's just not everything.
It's not everything. Oh,
That's
it's
not
not
gonna
tall
work.
enough.
You want me to focus on it?
No, I'll bring it up. But yeah.
So this here is a number 12 Pro Cut. I would take this number 12 Pro Cut over at least a 22 Weston, a 22 any other retail brand, a Bass Pro Cabela's. This is going to perform better. It performs better just because it's a better built machine. The gearing ratios are different. The build is better.
Yeah, we did a test between this and the Butcher 22 of Weston, and had I not cut the pieces too big for this throat, it would have killed it on the first grind and second grind. It destroyed it on the second grind. It beat it. I think that one took 4.5 minutes. This one took 3.5 minutes. So it beat it by a quarter speed. Now, there are some different things you have to do. This does have a smaller throat leading down to the grinder than a 22, like a Weston Butcher or Pro. But as long as you cut it small enough where they'll fit down there easier, this is going to grind through your first grind quicker than you can feed stuff down there. And your second grind, it just will fly right through it. This is an awesome machine. For anyone who's already watched the sales and giveaway video, I'm telling you, whoever wins this, unless it's like a really specific thing you need, this should be the last grinder that person literally ever needs. They build these to commercial specifications. It is designed for heavy, hard use. Awesome, awesome little grinder.
I won't say who it is, but we've sold a number of these to one of the top 4 beef producers in the country.
Okay.
They don't use them on their main line, obviously, because they're using something that has a grinder plate that is like that big
Like
around.
the Weiler.
But they'll use smaller grinders like this on their like refurb line, their reject line, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, yeah, John's getting out. So that is a big one. There are bigger ones, but that is a good example of what someone in a large meat plant, not just a meat processor, but a meat plant, they're using. It's massive. That's a number 66?
I thought it was just a Weiler.
Okay.
I thought at a certain point it doesn't have a number anymore. It has a name.
Yeah, once you get past the size, it's the brand. Each brand may have a different size and deal to it, but
Yep. Yeah. So this is a number 12.
Back up. There you go.
This is this number, or Weiler. So it could almost fit right in between the middle of it. And that's all I have to say about that.
But the place that they were buying some of these, I mean, they're using them in like I said, like the refurb or reject line, but they're still high quality enough to run pretty extensively and do a good job. And if you can do it, the Pro Cut, to be honest, ours what we're getting in will compare fairly well to the Pro Cut number 12, but still, you go to a Pro Cut number 22, that will destroy what we're going to bring in. It's just bigger, it's beefier, just all around. It is built better.
Sure.
Problem is, this one, I mean, for a number 12, it's like what, $600?
Yep. And then once you pump up to number 22,
22?
it more than doubles.
Yeah, it's
in
like
cost.
$1,400,
So,
but
yeah.
it's worth it.
Depending on your usage. If you're a home guy, I'm not going to tell you to go buy a $1,500 grinder when a $500 grinder will work just fine.
If you're grinding like 1 deer a year with a few pork butts here and there, you don't need it. But if you're getting together with your buddies and you're doing like 6-8 deer a year and you're doing some other stuff here and there, oh yeah, get the bigger one. You'll cut your time.
You cut your time
in
down
half at least, if not lower than that.
My recommendation would be, if you're trying to make a go of whatever you're doing as a business, then overspend on your equipment. It will pay itself back.
Yeah.
If you're just doing it with buddies and it's a good time, who cares if it takes you another 10 minutes? You know, that's not the end of the world.
So my favorite thing about this grinder being up there is that we blocked most of John's face, if not all of it.
I agree.
But
I
a
like
couple
that.
comments coming in. Tim Scott says the gears do make the grinder. We got, who else was on here? James is saying the Weston V1 does just fine. Candace Clay says a car girl. She's telling us to stop talking about horsepower. We got Blaine saying torque is where the magic is at. And we got our own IT guy, Chris, saying, what I'm hearing from Austin is my car is a beast.
Chris, your car is not a beast. It is a, never mind. It's a tiny, small car.
So Brandon Box says, I signed up for a catalog a few months ago. Can you look into that for me? So we just got our catalogs in towards the end of that time period. For the last month or so, maybe even a little bit longer, we hold those catalog requests till the new ones come out, and then we send those out. So it should be on its way to you shortly. I think the stuffers with the new suction cup feet are coming out soon also. I don't know if that's like a poke or
I don't
something.
know if we fixed that or not.
We didn't. On what? like the ones that just came in.
Well, no,
They don't have
no. There's another order in production
And-
right now.
Okay, and you don't think they
There's
have them
always an
either?
order in production.
Okay.
Like,
Those should have them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
for anyone
remember
who
where we
doesn't
left it
know,
off.
I took the little bullet feet off of this stuffer, and I got these little suction feet that go on. So you just push it down, and now I don't have to clamp my stuffer down to the table. Stays right where it is. The only thing that's a little bit annoying is that when I want to move it, I can't just pick the stuffer right up. I have to slide it to an edge because these get a, well, that one came up, but they get a really good bind to the table. We're looking at having those included with our stuffers just as an easy way to fix an issue. So they do go, what are the sizes past a 52? There's a 56.
There's a 56. There's a 66.
A 66.
And then past that, you just get to names.
Yeah.
Like you get so big that there is no specific size. It's just, hey, I have this grinder and I need a plate for it. That is in a world that is beyond what I'm assuming anyone watching is involved with. The only thing you're doing there, even a lot of the small and mid-sized guys we deal with, like on the commercial level,
Yeah.
because that's still most of what we do is the commercial stuff. But those small to mid-sized guys, they don't even touch the 66 a lot of times. To get over that, you're like a Tyson or a Cargill, JBS, something like that. You're a big old boy that they're having this grinder that is as big as your house that you can throw a couple cars into. And when you get that big, you're just buying for your specific grinder. There's no size past that as far as I know. The sizes, specific sizes that are standardized only go up to a 66 as far as I know.
How do I get the keyboard to come up on this?
Click that
screen
text
forward?
field.
Yeah, I do. It doesn't.
Oh, no, just use the keyboard. There's
Oh,
a backspace.
nothing. No, don't pay any attention to that.
John, are you an idiot?
That was a bad one.
Can we just have a whole show where you try to figure out modern technology?
So for anyone who doesn't know what a Luddite is, I urge you to go look them up. They were around the Industrial Revolution. People in Europe, I think it was Germany, that used to break into factories and break all the machinery because they were afraid of it. And that's basically what I am.
I was like, I hope this has a point.
So I just drew my first winner for some jerky, and it's someone that we've heard from. It is Brandon Bach. So Brandon, I'll go ahead and send you an email tomorrow. I'll get your information, and then we'll decide either at some point what type of jerky I'm going to make, and then I'll send you some of that jerky, and I will go ahead and send you a bag of seasoning of your choice. So congratulations, Brandon, and I will type that in there.
Everyone's loving your orange hat today, John.
I swear
yeah.
I thought I put the blue one on. So I was wearing this other one I have for playing golf. Went home before I came here, let the dogs out, grabbed the blue hat, and something must have happened.
Baja, man, nice.
So a lot of people ask about the catalog still. Catalog did just come out. Some people got it Friday. Some people will get it this week. But if you want a catalog and you've ordered from us in the last couple of years, you've requested in the last couple of years, you will get that within a few days here at the most. But if you want another catalog, you can go on our website and look up the catalog request section, and you can request another for yourself, for a friend, whatever. But our newest 2021, because we're ahead of the game, and we are just tired of 2020.
It's
Pretty sure everyone is. So we're going to 2021.
It's the best catalog we've had.
yeah,
That is an
it's pretty
excellent
cool.
all around. It's nice and thick. It's got ton to it. It's got a nice textured pages and cover, like to the point where I noticed it as soon as I picked it up. I'm like, ooh, I like
Wait,
that.
the cover or the inside?
All of it.
We changed both.
They're both awesome.
Yeah, so the outside, we always try to do something different on the outside,
and we've-
so that when you
We've
pick
taken
it up,
some big swings.
yeah, But no, the textured one, I still think is the best. You like the matte feel to it, right? The soft texture.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the rough texture.
Yeah.
But the inside this year, I was talking with Sarah, who does all our catalogs and production there, and I was like, hey, can we do something that's like less glary on the pages? Because a lot of times I'm sitting in my office and I've got the catalog down, and I look down and like the lights from above, it shines off of it, and it's really annoying.
And it feels bad.
Yeah, it was a lighter, different type of paper. So we got a heavier paper, a more matte paper, all around. It's, in my opinion, this is probably
Definitely better.
hands down the best catalog we've put
100%.
out.
Well, I'm not in this year's. So
Patrick
it's
has a problem with
yeah,
it.
that'd
Do
be
you-
a great giveaway. Like, tell me what page I'm on in last year's catalog.
Keep that one in your back pocket.
Okay, yeah.
Want to talk real quick about what jerky seasoning we should be making, because Brandon won the first one, but I'm going to draw at least 3 more people here towards the end. So what jerky seasoning do we want to make? Generally, it's Walton's Bold
Yeah.
and the pepper and garlic have been so good
Consistent.
that I don't even really want to mess with anything.
What else is on your Mount Rushmore? So you got 2 more spots of seasonings.
Seasonings or?
Or no, jerky.
For
seasoning.
jerky.
For jerky.
The dill pickle, but not
Ooh.
enough people like that.
It's different. Like, I don't like dill pickle. You get more dill than you do pickle.
That's
There's-
what won Zubilee for
yeah.
us. I really do think that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you people don't know, we had a local event here called Zubilee where they shut down the zoo for a night and they bring in a bunch of vendors. There's free drinks and there's a ton of vendors. We went last year. We didn't even know it was a competition and we won.
Yeah, that's the best kind.
They're like,
That's the best kind to win.
Hey guys, just be here for a couple minutes. We're like, why? They're like, well, you won. We're like, we won what? We didn't know we were competing for anything.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
We
the dill
got our
pickles-
name on like a plaque
You
at the
did?
zoo for the full year, and now with COVID, they didn't have it.
Oh.
So 2 years.
Oh, we're getting it next year.
Oh,
That's nice.
okay.
But all right, so I'm definitely throwing out there pepper and garlic, which if you guys haven't checked out, definitely try that. It is absolutely awesome. Even though it sounds kind of boring, it's not. It's delicious. Walton's Bold is amazing.
Bloody Mary, any good? Have we been using? So if
Bloody
it's,
Mary
but is that a
response,
jerky seasoning?
Yeah, there's Bloody Mary jerky.
So we've been using different seasonings for jerky, or vice versa. We've been using jerky seasonings.
No, I just-
for
So you can mix and match. As long
Okay.
as it's a cured product, like a jerky to make a snack stick to make a jerky, there's some changes you might want to do. Like if you look at, what are 2 things, like there's a jalapeno jerky and a jalapeno summer sausage. The jalapeno
Yes.
jerky weighs a half a pound. The jalapeno summer sausage weighs a pound.
Yes.
Because generally when you're making jerky, it's just topical, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not grinding it up in. So it's going to sit right on top of there. So you need less of it.
Okay.
When you're grinding it up, you're mixing it all in. So if you took a jalapeno jerky seasoning and tried to make snack sticks from it, if you tried to
wouldn't.
use the same amount, it would work. It just wouldn't be as strong
Be
as
mild,
you would want it to be.
I want to say the Bloody Mary is meant to be a snack stick and a jerky.
I've made plenty of jerky with it, and it's good.
But
your brother
the-
loved the last batch I made.
The jerky, like, you have to kind of like, not kind of, you have to really like Bloody Mary, well,
you
kind
have
of
to
like
like it.
Bloody Marys,
Tomato
and really
powder.
like celery.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
celery in there.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate celery, and I absolutely hate the Bloody Mary in a jerky. However, you put that in snack sticks, and that is one of the best flavors on snack stick that we have. It is amazing. It's incredible. The flavor totally changes, but some seasonings are designed for both, and some are not. So if you, I won't get into too specifics, but like our Walton's Bold Jerky, that one, we actually did tweak off of a snack stick, and we made some of our own changes, but we had to change it to make it okay from a snack stick to a jerky. Because when you used the original as a jerky, it was
Too much,
bad.
yeah.
But we're like, oh, this is really good. It'd be good on jerky. It wasn't, but we were like, no, it should be. So we made some changes to it, And I think Walton's Bold is the best jerky seasoning we have now.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you add in the brown sugar.
Yeah.
Like something happens with that extra sweetness and you get it nice and tender. Jake Huddleston is here.
Oh, hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake. Good to hear from you. I hope everything's going well. I think you're still up in KC. Hope all is well. So for anyone who doesn't know, Jake used to be a commercial salesman of ours. I worked very close with him for a number of years. Absolutely great guy.
Were you his CSR guy?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's why you never got any complaints from Jake's people.
This is actually interesting. I really like the pepper and garlic,
Yeah?
but I did not think it was this popular at this point.
The pepper and garlic?
It
Good.
is number 1, 2, 3, number 4 in reviews.
Oh,
But
There you go.
it's only like 3 years
Nice.
old.
Yeah, that's good.
Versus like some of the others, they've been around for years.
I want to know what Jim Schuler means by "it puts the catalog on." Right, that's got to be.
that's
got to
touch
be.
much,
Yeah.
dude.
Puts the lotion on.
Oh man.
Joseph wants to know which drink is better,
Oh.
and somebody asked earlier what that is in the back. I don't remember if you responded
I'll be
to him.
honest. So this is a Founders Unraveled IPA.
That's
it's a
that's
juicy-
newer from what I understand too.
Yeah, I haven't seen it before. It's got to be fairly new, but it's good. It's
I mean, it's very drinkable. There's not a lot to it though.
fruity. Yeah, IBUs are still low, even though it's an IPA. 50 IBUs, really not that high, but it's good.
I did have a question for you, Austin.
But this one,
there was a new, to my knowledge, a new Toppling Goliath called Sun Reaper. It's a double IPA. Were you familiar with that? Because I know Toppling Goliath, I'm a huge fan, and I got turned on to him from Austin, so it's one of those just like, if I haven't heard of it, I'm sure he has, but I was at one of those Goebel places on West Street, where one's called Global, the other one's called Goebel, so I don't know if they had a falling out with one another. Did you know that? No. Yeah, one's Goebel, one's Global. Same exact sign, though, too. It's the funniest thing ever. But, yeah, I went right to where all the good stuff is at, and second row in, it said Sun Reaper. It's like a black box with a lady
what's gonna
that appears to
happen.
have, if not an afro, just a circle around her head. But
When I open my own meat processing sales company, it's going to be called Walton. I'll just change
Maltons, just flip it upside down.
Lawton.
when you open your own, if you don't buy 100% of everything from us, I will sue you.
No. I'm not buying. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to sell the spices and things people.
Oh, then
need
yeah, I'm
to
going to
make.
sue you.
Robert Pearson asked a jerky or a slicer for jerky. Depends on when you want it. We do have a new slicer coming out that's made some improvements over the old one. It's a 12-inch, a lot lighter. That might be the biggest advantage. But honestly, the Walton's 8.7 or the Walton's 12-inch that we sell now are both very good slicers. I've
Oh, yeah.
used both of them a lot. The issue with the 12-incher is it is very heavy. Like, a weak person is going to have trouble moving that around by themselves.
But
I don't.
it is a beast. Like, it is.
Right. There's
It
that.
is nice.
It's going to last a long time. So,
Speaking of that, so the new slicers, new mixers, they ship next week. So,
that's soon.
yep, we will have them fairly soon.
Oh, next live stream is going to be awesome.
Yeah. When we get those in,
So
we're
join us next time.
probably
Yeah.
going to give a
I'm gonna
number
give a bunch of that
them
away. I'm going to give a ton of that away.
So our new mixers, I feel like we tooted our horn a number of times here on some of this stuff, but our new mixers, the small one, I mean, it's good. It's a 20-pound something mixer, still a nice mixer, but the big one, it's a 50-pound mixer that is not like any heavier than your other 44s that you see out there on the market, but it also, this whole thing tilts down and helps you dump out the meat. It
And
is
load.
insane
easier
how
to
much
load, too.
easier it is. Yeah.
Comes on a nice stand. It is all around a superior product. It hooks up to more than just the Weston.
It'll
hooks
hook
up to the Weston.
It'll hook up to ours, to
It hooks
Weston.
up to others as well.
We didn't test a couple other competitors, but
'cause
it
why
should hook up
Right.
to theirs.
It appears as if it might. But yeah, no, it comes on a stand. That thing is absolutely awesome. I totally love it.
I like the 50-pound over 44.
Yep. And
it does give you that little bit extra room that honestly a lot of times we need.
Can help. Yep. I'm assuming I'm gonna like our grinders more than anything, but I mean, with how much I like those, I don't know that I will like them any better than that. The thing is amazing. Tim Scott says, I lost it, but he was talking about how he took the pepper and garlic and used it on roast beef, and that reminded me, so he must be that person on Meatgistics. Somebody did a good post on that. That must have been him, because I wanted to do it but kept forgetting. So, yeah, pepper and garlic on roast beef. There it is. Pepper and garlic is awesome. I used it at a lower rate on roast beef. I have to update the blog. I'm going to try and find that on Meatgistics and post
An
a
old
link.
comment
'Kay.
that someone had from today when we were talking about the peanut butter and jelly. They said peanut butter and jelly wings. So I imagine bone-in wings with some kind of peanut butter and jelly either tossed on it or...
Peanut butter and jelly wings.
We could do a whole channel just with peanut butter and jelly infused into things. It's revolutionary. We were kicking around the idea of doing a kind of like a sweet burger almost. So like peanut butter and jelly, a burger.
So it's too late. They'll all know now. The hot dog with peanut butter and jelly was really amazing. I was looking at it. I thought it was going to be terrible. I thought it everything looked nasty. Put it in my mouth, and I'm sure you can see it in the video. Have you edited it yet?
Pleasantly surprised, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, and just instantly, like as soon as you got all of it in a different bite, you're like, oh my God, that's a really, really
Peanut butter
good.
and jelly sings first thing, and then all of a sudden on the back end you go, that's a hot dog in there, and you just get it almost helps pull out the saltiness of the meat.
Yeah.
So because I mean juxtaposed to the sweetness in there, and then before you know it, that bites over, and the way we went into it, I go, we got to take a huge first bite on camera, so that's what we did, and not mad that we did that at all. So
No, it was excellent.
So was it all on the outside?
yeah, the peanut butter jelly was just spread on the bread.
On either
Okay.
side.
Well, I was about to get up and walk away, but I couldn't because I have an idea.
You want to mix it in?
No, well, kind of. You need to do it as a hamburger and do the stuffed burger press and put a
Oh.
peanut butter and jelly like crustable
Inside of it.
inside the burger.
I've seen people deep frying those recently too.
Oh my gosh, that would be delicious.
Tim, I can't find your post on Meatgistics where you talked about that. Can you please find that and post that in the chat? Because I would like people to be able to see that.
But anyways, if we do the burger idea, you could
It's
have
terrible.
peanut butter, jelly, burger, and then bacon, and then caramelized onion, and then somehow force banana into there. So try to get like a dessert / sweet burger, kind of spin it with that on it. I don't know. It sounds good. Savory, sweet, and a little bit of saltiness action with the bacon going on. I think it'd be really good.
Yeah, no, absolutely could be. Linda Smith saying online catalog. So Linda, the waltonsinc.com is like the online catalog. If you're looking for like an ordering form, which I think maybe is what you're looking for, where you like print it, put what you want and send it in. If you're someone who doesn't want to do online ordering, let me see if I can find that. We used to have it.
Well, it might be a good time to shout out where exactly people can go to win the different things for this one. And I always forget, we go to /win, right?
/win, yep.
waltonsinc.com/win to sign up for just our monthly giveaways. And yeah, I think a lot of time when we do live stream giveaways, you can just come straight to here and you'll be entered, whether if you're on YouTube or on the Walton's Inc. site. I find it easier to go to YouTube on my phone, and so that way I can follow comments. Sometimes I know we've had people have to go view as desktop from their cell phone, so I think that really just gets rid of that problem. But yeah, waltonsinc.com/win, and if you want to check out the sales for this month, waltonsinc.com/sales. Both have the YouTube video, so you get all the goodies in there and whatnot. So yeah. Be sure to check it out, guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
Okay.
Hit the bell. You know YouTube by now, so.
So yes, Linda, that is exact. waltonsinc.com is the online catalog, just that you're saying. Some people just prefer to have it. They like to look through it, I guess. As much as I say I don't like technology, I have moved to pretty much online everything just for convenience. Donald Krajewsk says, "You're killing me, Patrick."
Uh-oh.
He and I are right
What-
in
what
line
am
on
I
that
killing
one.
them
Who
with?
knows? It's just in general.
I mean, like, hopefully I'm cracking them up, but I don't know if this is a "you're killing me" Smalls moment. What if he's like, what's that guy's name that could I was gonna say Nosferatu, but that's the vampire,
Right.
the guy that Nostradamus.
Okay.
What if I am killing him? You know what I mean?
Charles Fair says that he puts the pepper and garlic in an old salt grinder and puts it on everything. Just love it. That sounds awesome.
What's he put on it?
The pepper and garlic jerky mix.
Oh, he just puts it on there instead
Yeah,
of
just like uses it as a shaker.
yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Some of our shakers, like I put that lemon, pepper, and garlic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that almost. I mean, even on like spaghetti and stuff, just to give it a little extra something.
It's absolutely.
It's. I mean,
delicious.
anything that says lemon, you think it's gonna be overpowered. It's not. It just helps balance
Makes it
out
a
the
little bit
pepper more
better.
than anything.
Yep. All right, I'm drawing another winner for
Yeah. Ooh, let's do a spaghetti snack stick.
what?
We have like the
Ooh.
sweet and sassy
Ew.
spaghetti kind of one. And I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we have like a unit that could go in there that's like meant for that, but we have Excalibur seasonings to go in there for sure. We have a couple different spaghetti ones I think would go real good. But are we going to run into the same problem as the last ones we did, where it's just an overwhelming tomato flavor?
Yeah, most likely. And my fear would be the salt content, like trying to get that to the correct levels for a snack stick. I just don't. We can talk about that though. That's an
No.
interesting idea.
I'm in trouble. Gotcha.
On stuff like that, it could end up kind of like a boudin, where you're gonna add like rice to it. So it's gonna be a little funky texture. You're gonna add pasta, spaghetti, whatever. But it could be really good.
That
could
could
be.
be.
It might
Yeah,
be
we'll actually
different.
add spaghetti in it. Okay, instead of rice. Yeah. I'm out. I'm about that.
That'd be a thing where we need to talk to Excalibur and get a little brainstorming session going.
Let's get a winner here. This person is going to win some jerky that I have not made yet, and a bag of their seasoning. It is Michael Highland. Michael Highland.
If you are upset about not winning, I do have a bit of a consolation prize for everybody out there still watching. We have a coupon code for you guys, if I can find it. There we go. Live 83. So we're August 3rd right now. So Live 83. That's going to get you 10% off anything at waltonsinc.com that's not already on sale, plus free shipping. That will max out at a $100 discount. So if you buy $1,000 worth of stuff, $2,000 worth of stuff, it maxes out at $100, but 10% off and free shipping. So if you didn't win, you at least come out of today's episode with something.
And I'm still
that
drawing
is
at least
of
2 more
value.
winners for snack sticks. And
Okay.
Tom R says mix it in with Italian hot sausage, and that's what I was thinking when I said we'd talk later. We'd have to figure out a way to like. So if you're making it, like this portion is snack stick, and this portion is meatball. Like I don't know how we're gonna do that, but there's got to be a way to
Okay.
like insert a
Yeah, I know what
portion
you're
of it
talking
that's a meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this work better in a brat then instead of a
I don't
snack
know.
stick?
That's a good question.
Because then
It
that way
might.
that the
Well,
meat
brat,
can just
yes.
be that.
Instantly it works better as a brat because then we don't have to worry about
Putting meat
salt
in, yeah.
content for protein extraction either.
Yep.
It's just there you go.
Make like a spaghetti
what it
brat,
is.
and then we can even just put it in its own red sauce and stuff like that. So
I have a couple other things we should give away.
Okay, let me real quick though. What about a pepperoni snack stick with mozzarella and dried tomato? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds really good.
dried tomato, isn't that the only thing we haven't done? We've done a pepperoni snack stick, right, with cheese in it.
Yeah, but
Okay, but
with
then,
like sun-dried tomato. I'm assuming what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Sun-dried. Yeah, I want to do that.
that'd be good.
All right, sorry, go ahead. What are we giving away?
Leather aprons. We
Okay.
haven't given away any for a while. We just got a new shipment in here recently, and I forget what the changes were we made. Did we go from two pockets
change the
to
pockets
one?
up top so you can
Yeah.
get a beer in there.
Yeah.
All right. So The last two people, I haven't seen them respond, but we never said you had to be here for this one. But how about we draw a winner for a leather apron? They have to be here.
Can we do a comment one, like where
Sure.
they have to say something? We just have to get the first person to come up with an answer for something. What would be something good there?
Absolutely. Mute. We're going to mute you guys for a second while we think of a quiz.
Perfect. That way I can model our new leather aprons we have going on. So, yeah. I just realized I kind of look like Leatherface with this on.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw you in there. I'm like, he looks like a murderer from a horror movie. With your big bushy beard and... Thank God Patrick's beard has grown back in. Ugh. It's just... When he comes in freshly shaved, I get nervous. I don't like it.
I was gonna get a haircut too, but not the beard. Now that I'm not getting married when I was supposed to because of Corona.
So this is a little bit off topic, and we do have something we're getting ready to give you guys a quiz. First person to respond will get that. Does anybody have the iTarget Pro system at home?
My dad does.
Does he like it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think Dylan does too.
No, Dylan doesn't.
Okay,
Talk to Dylan
then
about it.
just my dad does.
Dylan just says he's got like a laser and just like picks things to shoot at, which is what I've been doing a lot recently. I don't know if I want to spend $100 on that. But 9mm is ridiculously hard to find. It's driving me nuts. I was going to say thank you, P Barnes 91, but that's you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Spoiler.
I have
Real quick, Jim, it has the Meatgistics name on it, not the Waltons. Go ahead.
Wait, what does?
Jim Bay said no Walton's name on it.
It's like stamped on there or
the-
something.
Is
No,
Meatgistics.
it has both.
Oh, it does have Walton's too?
Meatgistics at the top, Walton's down.
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
at
you
the
probably
belly.
couldn't see it. It's not like its own separate thing. I think it's
So
embedded.
Ted, this isn't necessarily a quiz. It's how quick you are at knowing where to find something, finding something, and getting it back to us. This information is out there.
So I have a question for everybody, and the first person that can find the right answer, calculate the right answer, whatever. This is available on Meatgistics, so you can find it out there.
7.
But we're gonna go with encapsulated citric acid. How much encapsulated citric acid, volume or
Volume.
weight, should you use for 5 pounds of meat? John,
And
do you know the answer?
it'll be the first person that we see respond.
Yeah, first one in the comments that we see. We're sorry, sometimes comments are delayed,
Get
so
weird,
it's
but
the
yeah.
first one that is in our comment list. But 5 pounds of meat, encapsulated citric acid, either by volume or by weight, how much do you need to use?
Do we have lifelines or?
Nope.
No, well, the lifeline is Meatgistics. It's on the Meatgistics website.
Hi, Hope. So, Hope has been on most of our live streams. There was a little bit there where
We're having a bunch of
seems
answers
busy
just
or
being
something,
rattled
but-
in right now. You guys see any yet?
nope,
Yeah.
I don't see any guesses. Oh,
Oh, I
I think
see
my
a
thing
lot.
froze. Literally, this froze.
Weird. We have a lot of guesses, but wait. We have a winner, I believe. There's been multiple people that guessed it. I gotta find the first one. It's either 2 tablespoons or 0.8 ounces. So our first one on that is
Whoa.
Melvari.
That's what I see.
What's the
Mel
volume
Harvey?
amount? The not 0.8 ounces?
Melivry.
2 tablespoons or 0.8 ounces. I see I don't know.
I
how
see
to
1
pronounce it.
tablespoon, 4 ounces. Okay.
Is that
1 ounce.
Mel-
3:57 p.m.
So Melarvey,
Melarvey.
if you can email us at podcast@waltonsinc.com, email us your name, who you are. We'll confirm afterwards. If you did not win, please don't spam the email. However, if you still want to ask a question on our podcast, we do try to answer everybody's questions on what's going on, how to make this or that. Anything you have, let us know. But Melarvey, if you can email us at
okay.
podcast@waltonsinc.com with your information, we will confirm that, and we will get you a leather apron.
All right, you can have that back. Keeps freezing. Ooh. All right, so that's that. We will draw the third of either 4th or 5 giveaways for jerky and whatever seasoning you want. When I say whatever, I mean whatever, within 25 pounds. And I guess we're just being super friendly about these ones today and not making them respond or be here.
We can do whatever. I don't care.
I guess playing golf in the morning chills us out.
Probably.
John German. John, congratulations. I'll go ahead and email you, and sometime in the next week or so, I'll make some jerky, send it to all you guys, and send you, or talk to you, figure out what seasoning you want, and send you that as well.
So I have a random question for everybody, because I've seen a few people joining us kind of as we've been going. Peter just responded and said, hey, I'm just off work, so able to join you guys. What is the best time for us to do live streams for you guys to be a part of this? Let us know like what time zone you're in. If you have a preference, list the start time, the time zone, and I don't feel like we're too particular. We've been stuck on 2:30 for a while, which I think works out well, 2:30 Central Time. But if we get a lot of comments on a different time, we could always do it.
I'd be more than willing to do it later. I don't want to do it any earlier because we drink, and then drinking and going back to work, it's never,
Yeah.
I don't like it. But yeah, I'd be willing to do later. We've tried weekends in the past. There's just not, people don't really want to sign or to log in and do that, which I don't blame them.
Blaine, he commented, it's the alcohol from playing golf. That's why you don't care as much today. Y'all normally do, LOL. It was for a
We didn't drink.
Christian private school fundraiser that there is no beer, there is no alcohol involved.
And we
so
teed off at
8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
So
So
even for me, that's a little, yeah. Okay, so 2:30, 3 to 5.
random, but I'm gonna fall off my chair. This thing got real wiggly. Did you do something to it?
It
Yeah.
does look wiggly though.
Yeah.
You want to pit stop chair switch?
Probably
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
chair switch
Probably
because
a
this
good
thing
idea.
feels sketchy.
All right, so it seems like pepper and garlic is what everyone wants to do. My issue with that is pepper and garlic doesn't work great with the extra sugar. And I want to add the extra sugar to this for the extra shelf stability so that when I'm shipping it to everyone, we don't have any problems. We just made, oh, and I got to send that to him. We just made some pheasant jerky somewhat recently. And we used the Mandarin, no, we used the regular teriyaki, and we added some extra brown sugar. That was excellent. So we could do that. So I'd say either the Walton's Bold, the teriyaki, Gigawatt Hot. Gigawatt Hot is good. So let us know. Kegs and eggs, you know? I wonder if kegs and eggs is a New York thing.
So there's a really important question out here I need to get to. Someone is asking, who is the better golfer, John or Austin?
I think it depends on the portion of golfing you're talking about. If it's putting, chipping, by far you.
I definitely beat you on putting today.
Oh, yeah.
Chipping, I was,
Well, you're better than I was. I think we used one of my chips. No, two, which is actually not that bad. But putting, yeah, you're definitely the better putter. And then it just depends off the tee. So in general, I would say you are. Like,
you hit more straighter drives than I did, for sure.
Sounds like you can Frankenstein and have a pretty
that's kind of what it happened. Yeah.
golfer.
That's the whole point of a scramble.
Yeah, that's why I never want to play regular golf again. I only want to scramble, because then my like big swings, where they go terribly wrong, don't come back to haunt me. So
You just, if it's a golf ball you don't care about and it's cheap enough, you just leave it. You say, hey, whatever, just gonna go on.
John M wants to know if they have any openings for a taste tester here.
Ooh.
No, that's my job.
Actually,
No.
I have been looking for a new position in here. We're about to let someone go, and I would like to replace them. It's someone with kind of some scraggly beard going on and like an orange back with a gray front hat. He's not going to be here much longer. So,
What are the qualifications?
you like meat.
There's actually really not a ton of qualifications needed.
I'm kidding. We unfortunately right now don't have any new openings, at least in our department. In some other areas, nothing that exciting. The only thing right now we have open is
No,
like
there's no position.
seasonal warehouse work that you're not going to get to be in here and be a taste tester for that.
There's no position here or really in any other job unless you play in like the NFL that is exciting as what we get to do. I've seen this a few times. I'm assuming it's the same guy, Daniel Saibuski. How about a hero season jerky?
Gyro?
Same thing.
Same thing?
You said hero?
Hero.
Gyro.
Euro.
Hero.
Gyro.
Do you
It's all
not
the
watch
same.
Spangles commercials? They're called gyros.
Renee Stevens knows what the heck she's talking
What's his name? Voiced Darth Vader.
about. James Earl Jones.
Calls it a hero. So I think I'll go with that.
That's a good
Okay.
point. That guy
That sounds delicious.
zero ties to like what Greece is over there.
I'm looking up right now if Excalibur has
They do.
for jerky.
Oh, jerky? Ooh, I don't know. I know they have a gyro something.
They have Greek Cyclops. Or is that Excalibur?
That is.
So Tanner Thompson, we have some sort of commercial guy here because he is hoping his new Kent Master 151 comes in tomorrow, and he's needing that and the balancer badly.
Just Euro seasoning.
Okay.
Not a jerky.
Is that fresh? Is it start with O2?
Yeah.
So it's fresh sausage. Yep.
Yeah, it's seasoning.
Where was that at? So Tanner, if you don't mind, let us know like where you're at. What are you doing? We'll plug you guys. The meat shop you're working in. What city, state? If you're using a Kent Master 151, you're definitely not a guy at home. But using that with a balancer, I've never got to do it actually. I've seen a lot of people doing it, but it looks like a fun piece of
Sure.
equipment to get to use.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a splitting saw that, if we laid it down here, would probably just barely be off on both sides when you include like the arm and the motor. And the blade, I think, is about this big. And you hang a carcass, and it's got a splitter bar up the top, so it's the legs of the carcass are out. And you just take the saw and go straight down the middle, and it cuts right through the spine. It is pretty awesome.
It's cool.
It is absolutely pretty awesome.
Dude, my mic's been off for like the past 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, I don't think you said much in the last 3 or 4 minutes, have you?
Maybe in my head. I think I
So,
come up with like retorts to everything.
It's
I just don't
pronounced
say 'em.
Euros in Athens, Greece, so we're going to go
Who
with
is
that one.
Who?
He's the guy who brought it up.
So does it say like?
Back to lamb
where'd he
and
get his-
cucumber brat.
Where would he get his doctorate at? I don't believe that guy.
Lamb and cucumber brat.
A lamb brat, yes. Cucumber doesn't have enough good flavor to like really stand out in any
Very
type
subtle.
of meat.
Very subtle.
If you want cucumber something, it has to be like a cucumber dip,
Or-
like a cucumber dill dip, or
Ooh,
a cucumber
cucumber and
dressing.
Or just cucumbers with salt and vinegar wing shake.
I got
It's
it.
Yeah.
amazing.
Do your
But in-
all right. So if we want the dill, do the dill pickle and then add the Greek cyclops or something in there to try to marry.
Mix it together.
Yeah. Obviously, what happens usually is the more salty
Just
seasoning
wins out.
wins.
Yeah.
We're still trying to nail this perfect.
I like that idea. And we just found somewhere there where we can reliably get lamb from.
Don't they put that like creme fraiche yogurt kind of stuff on top?
Yeah. I don't like that stuff.
Well, it's not up to you. It's their cuisine.
I dated a Greek girl in college for like a little over a year. Everything had feta or that stuff on it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm
sick
out.
Of this.
Sorry.
I'm done with this. Get better
You're
food,
a nice gal,
or we're
but
breaking up.
You know what? Do a dollop of daisies on everything.
All right, so
yeah.
the issue appears to be that I said hero and not gyro.
Hey,
A Hawaiian THC brat. we
Honestly,
do have.
Yeah,
should we,
have a
should we
Hawaiian
jump on
brat.
that train? On the whole THC thing?
Is that a good taste?
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Have you had the beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good.
you crack it
It's- no.
open, you're just like,
Yep.
what's going on over there?
But no, we do have
Smells like
a
weed.
Hawaiian brat. We got that from a guy who went to this very specific place in Hawaii. He loved the brat so much that either he got in touch directly with the cook or chef from that restaurant, hotel. They worked with Excalibur and they actually made something called the Hawaiian brat, and it is really, really good. So if you're looking for a Hawaiian brat, just use the Hawaiian brat. If you want to add some THC, just add some THC.
Is that the one with the dried pineapple on it?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Or
do we have another one with that?
we have a few with pineapple in it.
Well, so there's one
Pineapple
just called
brat.
pineapple
There's
brat?
one called pineapple brat.
Yeah, that can't be a top seller at all, right?
It is not. No.
So, going back some comments here. Tanner Thompson, he is from Thompson's Custom Meat and Processing in North Central Texas. So if you're in Texas, look them up, give them a try, support one of your local meat processors out there. I think that what you get from a local meat processor is superior to what you get out of any grocery store out there. If you want something that's a different quality on a meat product, check them out. Check out anybody that's in a small town. Look for your small town butcher shops. If you're in North Central Texas, check out Thompson's Meat Processing. But what? I've heard that name before.
Yeah, well, sorry. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, we've said this numerous times recently on the podcast. And again, if you haven't checked out the podcast, or if you did check it out in the beginning and didn't like it, we have made some changes to the format. We've had some more guests on. So I urge you to check out the one that just came out today and the one that's coming out next week on Monday. Very interesting guests. But if there is a silver lining from COVID, or if there are any silver linings from COVID, it will be people paying more attention to where they get their food from, more people going to small local lockers and seeing that it's a higher quality of meat, it's better cared for, and more people hunting their own food.
I actually want to throw something out there.
Another one? You want to send me to British Columbia to hunt bear.
No, I told you we have an advertising opportunity with
did.
somebody up there that
did.
part of the deal is a bear hunt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I haven't told him yes or no yet. I'm probably going to tell him no because of some other reasons. But if you want a bear hunt, I'm in. We just got to find out the right opportunity.
Good luck with that, guys. Jesus.
I'll only do it if I can spear hunt them.
Somebody's asking where's Thompson's at. They're North Central Texas. It looks like they're out of they said they have 2 spots. I pulled it up and it says West Elm, Dublin, Texas. If they have another one, I don't see where it's at on Google there, and I don't have access to our accounting system to see where they're coming at right now. But if you want to order from Thompson's, if you're in North Texas, look up Thompson's Meat Processing in North Central Texas. I think is what he said.
So Daniel Cybulski, I put your name in the comments. You won some jerky that we haven't made yet, and a bag of seasoning of whatever 25-pound batch you want. And then Michael Chevalot, who has been with us on numerous live streams in a row, more people storing and stocking up. Yep. I don't know what you have to be watching or seeing right now not to see what's happening and figure out you need to get your food supply in order right now, because things are only going to get crazier between now and November.
Fake
Maybe.
news.
What'd you say, fake news?
Fake
No.
news.
Fake news.
Favorite,
No.
I've got a freezer full of meat, cured meat at home.
Is that where
is-
all our products go? You know how many times I've been looking for
Where
lunch
is that?
every
I don't
day?
know
and
where
you
that
just-
is.
Oh, it's
Patrick,
spoken for.
do you eat any other meal
No.
besides what comes out
He's
of the
bought
deep
lunch
freezer
2
over
times
here?
the
Guess what
entire
I
time
had
he's
today?
worked here.
Guess what I had today? I opened up the fridge and I go, oh, someone just has ballpark hot dogs in here. Just found a couple hot dogs. Got rid of those.
Wait,
So,
they
yeah.
were like Walton's ballpark hot dogs, right?
No,
Like-
no, this was a whole different thing we did months ago. I was just like, are these on the verge of expiring?
They
So-
probably
Ooh,
were.
so you're doing us a favor
Yeah,
by
I
eating
always
them
find,
before
I
they
always find
expire.
the weird stuff. But hey, beef.
So
It's what's for
Jim
dinner.
Bay says hook up with Ted Nugent and do an UP Michigan hunt for bear. So we actually have an in with him
I have his email address.
that we really need
I have
to
not
use.
reached out.
We were talking to so the last 2 guys we had on from NWTF, one of them knew him and was like, he's
Really?
awesome. He's like 6'5", giant of a man. I just didn't really think of him as being like a real big dude. But yeah, no.
I need to just do that because that's one of those things that could be massive, like for our own entertainment, but everyone else's
Sure.
as well.
Yeah.
But getting back to a couple points, 2 things. One, don't remember what the exact
the one
conversation
was?
was there, but something about like meat processing and like deer hunting, doing stuff at home or having someone do it. Kind of shooting out a warning to everybody is that I've talked to a number of meat processors that are around our area,
Oh, how far they are.
or if they're not in our area, somebody that we're good friends with, and they share some details. So I won't say who they are, but you may have a hard time finding processors out there when deer season comes. We'll see what happens. I'm a little nervous because the capacity for deer right now is not going to be good. When you get to fall time and you shoot your deer, trying to find someone to process it
Nope.
may be the hardest thing in recent years that you've done during hunting season. You might find somebody, and if you can, like, I'm not going to tell you don't do it, but if you're one of those guys out there that shoots their own deer and takes them somewhere to get processed, you might think about doing it yourself, just because it's going to be difficult this year. So many guys are so swamped on beef and pork right now that they are questioning whether they're even going to do deer at all this year. So if you're a hunter out there and you have someone else do your deer when you shoot it, you might start looking into what you can do to do it on your own. If you can still have somebody do it, I'm not going to tell you no.
Right.
Most of those guys you're going to have do it, I mean, they're probably a customer of ours, and we're still going to be involved in that process in a sense. But at the same time, if you can't find somebody, come back to us and let us know. We can help you walk through the steps and processes to turn that deer into some sort of substantial cut of meat, into sausage or jerky, whatever it is. but be planning ahead this year, because with all the COVID stuff, we've seen a lot of things change, and the meat processing world is a little bit different right now.
And if we can get that, we have a plan for somebody who has a deprivation tag. If we can get that to work at all, we've got to make that work. Because this would be a season where it'd be really important to have more information on not necessarily field dressing, but butchering, breaking down.
Well, yeah,
what you want to
even field
do
dressing.
There. Yeah, but we might not be there with him when he field dresses.
We might not. If we can do it, that'd be awesome,
Right.
but we might not be.
Sure.
So,
But yeah, hopefully this year we'll have some more information, and the main reason we'll want to do that, because that's not really, I mean, it is what we do, but it's not like the main focus of what we do. But this year it's probably going to be pretty important.
it's going to be more important than ever.
Like there will be a record number of people trying to process their own deer for the first time here.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be a crazy fall. I will just say that.
I imagine a fun video where like John's out in the field with a deer, just with like a handsaw, just going, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry,"
Weeping openly.
Oh man!
So point number 2.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Point number 2. Tim Scott's asking if we can get Dr. Chris Calkins on our podcast. He has a PhD in meat. So kind of generic, like PhD, there's several different things you can get in quote unquote meat. However, with what we do with like the commercial side of our business, we know a lot of guys across the country involved with different universities, extension offices, a lot of professors out there, and John and I have talked about this, and we literally have like a guest list for our podcast that's like 60 people deep. We're trying to figure out who we're going to have on when and how we're going to do it. Sometimes the how is the biggest thing, and the when then comes second. But we know a lot of guys out there that, yeah, it's a PhD at K-State or Iowa State or Idaho or Utah or North Carolina. All these guys across the country, we will have some of those guys on. We started this thing kind of slowly ramping up, going, hey, let's do this. Let's have some guests on that are internal, some easier external, and some things that are closer to us. But we will get more outside guests on here as we go on, and we have a vast, I don't know what to describe. Yeah, vast network of PhD professors, whatever you want to call it, to kind of dip into and talk to and get those guys on here. So we will have more of that. We will add specifically Chris Calkins to our list, but
we also have 2 people who we've talked to who have, one of them has a world-known hunting show where he goes deep into the mountains to get things. Another guy who's regionally extremely well-known.
yeah.
So we'll have some guys with hunting shows on, talk more hunting, more processing right directly from the hunt, things like that.
Don't stare at me.
I thought you had something. You kind of
I
moved
didn't
over
have
to the
anything.
side of the
No,
microphone.
Some guys
Okay.
asking where to get who gets the team, or he said who gets the gray hat. And I respond, I go, well, Team Gray, of course, but
There is no Team Gray.
Gets what gray hat?
Yeah.
we're right here. We're Team Gray. This is us. London, say hi.
Hello.
Candace says, London, you look very bored.
Yeah, from like an hour ago. That
She's
comment
very
was-
smart, and we're just having her look at social media stuff right now, so
She's working.
probably is.
She's the only one like trying right now.
Yeah, do you notice London doesn't have a beer? What do you have, tea?
Coffee.
Oh.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, it's one of those Mondays.
She said she's drinking coffee. She's not mic'd up. I asked her if she wanted one. We did not get a confirmation, so.
Lockers in eastern Iowa are booked until early 2022.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
There's a lot of lockers in Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, Missouri, Oklahoma, some of the states around us. Like, we have more contact with that they're saying they're locked up and booked up till at least 2021, like mid to late there. if you want some sort of custom butchering done, or we get towards deer season,
Yeah.
and you want that, they may not do much.
Michael's got
For a
the
while
best
here.
question right now. He wants to know if we've talked to Ted Nugent yet.
Nope.
No.
Have not talked to him yet.
No.
Have not talked to him yet.
You're gonna see, like, if we get Ted Nugent here, I'm gonna be so stoked. I'm gonna have to like not try to ask for like photos and autographs and all that.
I
stuff
just
like that.
drew another winner for some jerky and some snack stick, and is James Smola. I saw him a few comments ago, so he should still be here.
So Mike Woolsey and also Papa Sop said stuff about bearded butchers. They have good videos and support Waltons.
They do have good videos.
They do have good videos, like very well produced, put together. We've actually talked to them because they are a commercial operation as well. They do more of a retail presence on some of their videos, but they do commercial stuff.
We almost
Never got too far there. We've talked to them about them coming down or doing something. We just never really kind of
what state are they
finalized
based out
something
of?
there. But
we started talking about that literally the beginning of this year, or maybe the end of last year, and then COVID.
Yeah.
Nobody can go anywhere.
Are they up north or?
northeast of here, I want to say like
Iowa, but that's
Nothing,
not right.
nothing
Yeah,
too crazy.
like-
okay.
somewhere like, I say we're central U.S., but people think
Yeah,
that's weird
depending
because
on
we're
how
not. We're
far
too far
east
west,
you are, yeah.
Kansas, whatever. But I want to say the
Ohio.
standard Midwest, Central,
they're in Ohio.
Ohio, Iowa, that area. It is Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Jay Trexler says, been canning veggies for a month now. I'm well stocked for round 2. That's good. Jay, there's on Meatgistics, there's a thread now, canning and something else. I can't remember what it is. Pickling and canning. Go there. Share any experience you have. There are a ton of people on Meatgistics who are interested in that topic. So in the last couple of months, it's been one of the top few threads. So definitely check that out.
Heck, even some of our vac sealers, you could can stuff in those. I believe I've watched several, if not YouTube, direct from the website of the new vac sealers we sell that you can can in there. Now I don't know the exact process because I don't can stuff, but it seemed pretty promising from what I saw.
Are you talking about the HBC things or like the attachments you can use on the Weston?
I saw people attach. Or not attach, rather. They just put mason jars within their vac machine without the ring sealer, and they just put the flat surface top on there. And They just vac seal them. Like I said, I didn't really. It's not up my alley, so but
Right.
I'm aware that that's a thing. But yeah, I believe the ones that we sell, they can actually do that.
Yeah, like the little Westons, you need an attachment for it, but it will still work. So Austin got that dark beer from our local amazing small liquor store.
Do you want the rest?
Oh,
Where do you
that
go?
wasn't nice. What's that?
Where do you go? Which liquor store?
He went to the liquor cabinet.
No, actually, no.
Game
Don't
time?
say that. I didn't go there.
Whoa.
Yeah, no. Don't tell them. Hopefully they're not watching because they know I come in on like Thursday or Friday for like
Yikes.
podcast beer and then like live streams. But I was in a hurry coming back from golf. We're literally right over there. We drive half mile over here.
Those people love you so much too. Why would you do that to them?
I didn't have time. I literally didn't have time. I couldn't spend 15 minutes there,
Hurtful.
15 minutes back. I'd have been late. It would have been bad. So I went to whatever.
Game time.
Yeah, game time.
Not a bad store. Selection's limited compared to the places you guys are talking about.
Yeah, they don't have anything like liquor cabinet does. But
Ooh.
they're nice.
Sure.
I like them. They're
Yeah.
still good people, but I like liquor cabinet better.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to go
I
there
agree.
today.
Quick, Dan Fryer says, does anyone have a mead recipe? I'm a beekeeper and have excess honey to play with. Dan, you need to talk to Nick Hall, who is in here. He's a couple comments up. I'm sure Nick's done
Oh, yeah.
mead. He must have. Nick is also a beekeeper. has done that in the past.
If you guys want to talk, like obviously not in the live chat,
Right,
but
just start something to Meatgistics.
yeah, go to Meatgistics because I know Nick Hall's on Meatgistics.
Yep.
So Dan Fryer, if you're not on Meatgistics, go over to meatgistics.com, sign up for a profile, and get in contact with Nick. Hopefully Nick will help you out. The community there is great. Post a topic out there, direct message people, and you can get some great info.
Do your power users have day jobs? I feel like every time we do one of these, they're just always present and prevalent, or they just know when and where to be at work.
Just think they
and how to
know when
log
it's
in,
coming.
yeah.
All right, so I'm going to draw the last winner. The guy who won the apron is going to email into podcast.
Yep.
So allow repeat winners. And that doesn't mean someone who's already won can win again. It just means it'll take all your things into
Was
account.
that your drum roll? Did it? Shit.
All right, we've got someone from Texas. Texas is
Big state.
big state, yeah. Caitlin Criswell.
Whoa, I wasn't ready for the name yet. I wanted a city
It's Garland.
and
it's
the,
not really
the
a
suburb.
city.
I want the street.
No, that's creepy, and I'm not giving
I want the
anyone
I
that.
want the address, zip, blood type. What are you talking about? Oh, that's where we draw the
So
line.
real quick, did you see what the World Monetary, was it the World Monetary Fund? I can't remember what it was, but they're basically trying to push through that they're going to lock down passports unless you've submitted your blood to be checked and be on like some sort of scanner thing.
Joke's on them. I can't afford a passport.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, so you're not going to be able to travel outside the U.S.? is what
There's
you're
no
telling me.
way they're taking my blood for
There's no way.
any reason.
sound
I've
like
already
you-
told my wife. She's like, I explained it to her. She's like, okay. She's like, so you give them your blood? I'm like, oh, honey, you're going on vacation by yourself for the rest of the.
You sound like me. We're talking about walking or going to a store shopping right now. I'll wear the mask. All right, sure, that's mandated. Whatever. I'll wear the mask. I'll be damned if I'm walking the directions your arrows tell me to walk. I'm not. I mean, I have to enter in one
I'm not
door
a
and
monkey.
exit another, but I'm not going to be
Right.
herd like sheep.
Yep.
Down
I
this
will
entire
do what
store.
I want
and
to
who
do.
shops in that manner? I don't know where I'm going half the time. I just kind of like obliviously like look at my shoes and kind of like, oh yeah, electronics. Here we go.
Yeah. I'm glad that I'm not the only person who thinks it's ridiculous that they want us to walk in.
I see the arrows. I just kind of
direction.
scoff and yeah.
I was in Dillon's, and some lady walked in without a mask.
Oh.
And so that happened like when they first restarted wearing a mask.
Deloused her.
And I saw the person in the back. So I saw them walking without a mask. I'm like, awesome. Pulled off my mask and walked around. I'm like, great. Other people are doing it. Never saw another person without their mask. So I was in there a week later, and somebody walked in without a mask. And you would have thought this person was just lobbing grenades at people. They're like, I'm not wearing a mask.
It's like Monsters Inc. when the
Yeah.
sock sticks to the back of that guy.
That's good.
Well, it's, I was in, so I went on vacation last week, right? I was in Arkansas, but to get to Arkansas, we went through Missouri.
Okay.
Oh my God, a complete, like, it was awesome. You walk into a Casey's,
Yeah,
no one's wearing a
they don't
mask
care
in
at all.
Missouri
Yeah.
at a gas station. Meanwhile, we go to another state, a guy's not wearing socks or a shirt, mind you, but he's got the mask on. He's got the mask on, so just be prepared.
All right, so we've given away everything we want to give away.
Pretty much, unless we want to give away something else.
Give away your hat, Austin. People love it.
No, don't
No.
give away one of those hats.
I only have like 6 of these left. Like,
Oh, only 6.
Only
I've got 2 at my house, and they don't ever come out. They're in a very specific place.
why don't you wear them? Wear them till they're gone. I'll buy more. Like, I can literally go to China and like say,
China.
build this, and they'll do it.
Build this.
I got
We
one.
just have to buy like 300-400.
All right, real quick. We'll do one more giveaway. Tell us what you guys want. Do you want some sort of hat? Do you want an apron? Do you want a collection of our favorite seasoning shakers?
Want a new content manager?
Do you want somebody who doesn't burp on microphone?
I'm sorry.
Me
want-
too. That's usually
$100 or less. $100 or less. Like, tell us what you want, and we'll give it away.
Okay.
While we're
And
waiting
if we have
for,
it in stock.
True, in stock, yeah. So while we're waiting, I want to ask a question. John Belvedere, do you have a hunting operation in Northwest Kansas? Because your name is very familiar, and I want to say you do, but I'm not really sure. So you said something about a vac master you bought from us, and that kind of triggered another thing for me. So
You're triggered.
yeah, I'm wondering, do you have like a hunting lodge and operation in Northwest Kansas?
Dude, apron and seasonings are kind of tied for what people
They're
want.
close.
Yeah,
Oh.
I see more aprons. Oh, apron seasoning, apron seasonings tied. 5 cases of beer. I think that's doable.
Ooh,
The shipping would be nuts, I think.
yeah, it'd be expensive.
Someone just wants vacuum sealer bags. That seems pretty sweet.
So it started off as apron,
And then seasonings.
then seasoning came in.
Like if you were someone waiting at home, would you? I'd rather win an apron than seasoning myself, but that's because you don't have to. You can. There's multi-purposes for the aprons, and I don't make my own meat products.
And the apron's valued
Yeah, it's like
more.
when it's on sale, it's 80-ish.
Yeah, we're not going to do a gift certificate, though, so cut that one.
$100 gift card.
Yeah.
Ooh, gift certificate, gift card,
That's not fun.
coupon,
Give a person their own code.
I derive no pleasure from that.
face masks. We could do that.
We could get Walton's face.
Strangely, I will tell everyone this.
Can we
but-
get one that says like I don't want to wear this on it, and then it just
Ooh,
put Walton's next
yeah.
to it?
So we had a church meeting.
Just a big frown.
2
in my
weeks
mouth.
ago. We were supposed to have like our annual congregation meeting, but it got delayed due to COVID. But as people go up front and they're talking and doing stuff, one guy goes up there and he's like, everybody has masks on, like everyone. He walks up front, takes it off, and he's like, "Whew, thank you for letting me take off this anti-breathing device." He's like, "I'm going to sit up here and talk for 30 minutes, so I don't have to put it back on."
Yeah, smart.
But they're kind of annoying, but they're helpful. But
It's funny. One more point to that. My fiance Robin, she at work today was told she cannot wear her custom-made face masks, so ones that have like prints on them or whatever. Or
Why?
Like, I don't know. They want the ones that are very unbecoming and look like you work at a hospital.
That makes no sense.
Exactly. So Rob earlier said it might have been
I know what it
because
is.
the fineness of the fiber can collect stuff. What is it?
Prevent political messages from being on.
Hers did say Denver Broncos, so I agree with that wholeheartedly.
So you take it one step further and you make it something else. You either say like BLM or Trump,
Yeah,
and then you
they're
cause
nipping it in the
controversy
bud,
that you
yeah.
don't want at your business.
I agree with that.
That's probably what it is. All right, real quick. We will let you choose. Whoever wins gets to say if they want seasonings,
Or an apron.
aprons. Is there a third thing?
Knives that John has actually cut his own fingers on.
yeah, I like
But
that
you
one.
want them to like take my knives?
Every single
Or
knife
do you want me
we
to
own.
open packages of knives and then cut my fingers and put it back in?
No.
All right.
There is a John's favorite knives comment, so we'll do knives,
Okay.
seasoning,
Yeah.
or apron.
Yeah. And the knives out of those excites me by far the most. So if you choose knives, you're probably going to get the best.
Yeah, I'd wash those before using.
They'll be in, most of them will be in the clamshells
That we put them in, so I'd wash them.
that
first.
I did not put them in. All right. So far we've got Brandon, Michael, John, Daniel, James, and Caitlin. This last person, someone please make note of this, is the whatever they want winner. Dun, 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 dun. Should we make this person be here?
Yes.
Do you guys want this person to be here? I assume you do, since you're still
Yes.
here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Person has to be here. You've got
4 minutes.
3 minutes. You've got 3 minutes. Ryan Zeller, you got 3 minutes to respond. It is 4:38. So respond in 3 minutes and you'll win. If not, I'm going on to the next one. Oh, everybody's doing their clever here, yes thing. That makes it so much harder for me.
Everyone spam the chat right now.
Please
Just
don't.
so John has
Please
a harder
don't.
time with this.
I'll have to come back through tomorrow and make it even harder.
You got it.
Well, Ryan might not have won. He might not have won. Let's not congratulate him yet. Patrick.
What? I was given an order.
Oh, now this feels unnecessary.
Can we
I
block?
will
Can we get
block
blocked
people.
if we're?
Oh, it
online?
blocked me on my own.
Thank God.
Holy moly, I just got myself blocked.
First thing YouTube's ever done that I wholeheartedly agree with.
I am the owner of this channel. Like, literally, like,
You
I am the
started this.
owner on this channel, and it blocked me. I like it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Candace. Thank you. Candace says no. We were responding to you asking if they had to be here when they all said yes. And then I complained.
What?
Oh, I'm such a jerk
We're on a
sometimes.
weird delay.
I really
today,
am.
I think.
Yeah, we have a bigger delay than normal. We do.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Mondays they'd be on it, but this is wild.
Before COVID, honestly, the delay was like 4 or 5 seconds. I
Tops,
think
tops,
So-
the
yeah.
internet is like struggling right now.
Well,
with
there's
everyone
a-
like streaming YouTube and Netflix and everything at home. That
There's a
Delays are
very
bigger.
popular podcast, and he does a nightly live stream with a few of his friends that I love, and he like absolutely blew up. And he just said, I wrote off how many viewers I had, how many, all of that. He said, because it was constantly wrong. That YouTube was never, for the last like 6 months, has not been able to get any metric right. And I think he's right.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about this one, but the last one we had the most interaction ever. As we were leaving, it said one number, and then like a month later, it still says a number less than that. It doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Oh, I should be watching this for his name.
Who is the winner?
Ryan Zeller.
Ryan Zeller.
He's got like 30 seconds more.
Yeah, you better respond like ASAP or we're going on.
Excessive Zoom meetings sucking the internet dry. Yeah, I mean, that probably is what it is.
I know some people when they're
Spam
doing
brats.
like the
Jim Schuler says spam, because you were saying spam, like the spam brats. That was clever.
that
I like
honestly,
that.
we should maybe do that. Be
clever.
interesting.
All right, I am revoking his win. And drawing a new winner.
Oh, the winner is Austin Walton. I'm here. I'll respond in the comments.
Come on down.
I want the knife set.
All right. And
Because do you already have an apron? Is what this is.
Oh, I have an apron.
Oh.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Stuff like that, like that's the first thing I buy
You
and go
just
home
go,
with. Is I'm like, yep.
David
apron.
Sanchez. David Sanchez, you have 3 minutes to respond. So it's 4:42 on my laptop right now until it's 4:45. If not, moving on.
Well, that might be less than 3 minutes.
It's close enough. Austin, you can't. You were blocked. Blocked from commenting on your own live stream. Patrick, if you have a comment that was by far and away from your favorite, if not, no big deal.
It's hard to.
If not,
find
don't worry
one.
about it.
Oh, people know what I like by now, so they could put something. There was something earlier.
David Sanchez is here.
It's gone.
All
though,
right,
so.
David, I will go ahead and email you tomorrow. We will figure out if you wanted the knives, the seasonings, or the
seasoning.
apron. Have to tell you that I'm most excited about the knives, so if you want knives, this would be the time to do it. I will probably do the most with that. But thank you guys, as always, these were a blast. What a
Yeah.
great way to start off the week. Play golf in the morning, do a live stream.
We should do
in the
live
afternoon.
streams every Monday and podcasts every Friday, and we just have like 3 days in the middle
Oh,
where
no,
we
no, no.
actually work.
We don't do a live stream every Monday, but that
No,
would
that's
be
what
better.
I'm saying. Do a live
That would
stream
be
every
way
Monday.
better. And
We'd have to shorten them probably.
play golf
And play golf
in the morning
Oh,
of that
okay.
Monday.
So if everyone wants us to play golf in the morning and then live stream at the
You
end
have
of the
to
day,
share this to like everybody
Yes.
so that
we have to blow this up big time. Otherwise, John and I we're gonna have
we
to
have
work
to
every Monday.
Yeah. Like do real work. So if
Who wants to do that?
If you want my life to be this ridiculous fairy tale that it is right now, where I get to make sausage and snack sticks and jerky all day and talk to people about meat processing,
give away stuff
and give away stuff.
The more viewers we have, the more we give away. I'm just
sharing.
saying, blow
Keep
it
sharing.
up and
That's
we'll
right.
give away more.
Absolutely. But thank you guys for the winners. I'll get in touch with you tomorrow. For everybody else, go to waltonsinc.com/win to enter for August, which is that awesome Pro Cut number 12. Great grinder. Don't pay attention to the fact that it's a number 12. It's incredibly powerful. It'll be the last grinder you ever need.
Last thing, we mentioned it before, but one last time,
Mm-hmm.
Live 83. That will get you 10% off and free shipping at waltonsinc.com off anything that's not already on sale. So if you want 10% off and free shipping, put in the coupon code LIVE83 and
Capped at $100.
capped at $100. Yeah. We'll see you guys next month.
Yep. Thanks, guys.